is Brandon. Welcome to Audio Addiction, where you can find latest album reviews, you can find our band interviews, and you can find live coverage of the concerts that we get. Tonight, I went to a show. Obviously, I'm doing this from home. I just got back, actually, not even 5 minutes ago. But I went to the Wage War headliner. I will put a tour poster hopefully next to me in post. But the lovely people at Fearless gave me a photo pass and a ticket to go see that. So thank you, much love to Fearless. Always love working with them and doing stuff with them, and I hope to continue doing stuff for them. But tonight I went to go see that tour. The support was Ocean's 8 Alaska, Gideon, Varials, and Loathe. And I'm going to go through each band, give you my thoughts and opinions on all of them, some of the stuff that I picked up, and much more. So the first band on the list is Loathe. They are a band from the UK. They kind of have really an eclectic sound. It's hard to really kind of pinpoint exactly how they sound. So I would say they're one of those bands that you have to see live. They put out an awesome new record called The Cold Sun. If you have not picked this up, I'd highly recommend you doing so. This is a really great record. I actually listened to it when it came out, and also I listened to it a lot tonight because that's pretty much what they played, and maybe a few older stuff, but pretty much the new stuff. And I really enjoyed this record. I also got a shirt as well. I don't know how well you can see it. Probably you can see it pretty well. And it's got the dates on the back as well. Really cool. I like the art style, so that's why I wanted to get one. Probably shouldn't have so much merch. It's not even funny. But they were really killer. Really high energy. Really unique style, as I mentioned earlier. Their guitar player does vocals and also does guitar, which isn't unheard of, but he does both screams and cleans, which I think is really wild. And their frontman does mostly screams. He does a little bit of cleans here and there, and kind of like spoken word parts, which I thought was really cool. And they just sounded really solid, really heavy, really groovy, really something unique, and I always appreciate that sort of different vibes that bands give off, and I felt like they just played very well together. Sonically, they sounded very well together, and just overall, really good time, and I thought Loathe did a really awesome job. So we're going to move into the next band, Varials. They're one of those bands that I think they have a really good sound, but they just don't catch me personally. I think they are a really great band. You should definitely go check them out. And this was their like hometown show because they are from Philly, and they were really cool. I had never seen them before, and to me, like, I thought their full length Pain Again was really good. However, again, like I mentioned, it wasn't one of those things that grabbed me as a listener. However, seeing them live on a totally different experience. I think they put on a really great live show, and just were able to encapsulate that sort of high energy and like aggressiveness that not a lot of bands, especially like kind of I guess younger bands, do very well. So it was really cool to see them do that and just kind of play really well. I have no idea what type of songs that they played. A lot of it was, I think, from Pain Again, and some older stuff, but mostly Pain Again from that record that they just put out this year. And they were really good. Definitely not a band that I was expecting to like, but I think they came out swinging without a doubt. So we're going to move into this third band on the list, which is my personal favorite, Gideon, rocking the hat. I also picked up a shirt because, you know, you can't have enough Gideon merch, you know what I'm saying? So really, really nice shirt. Like, I'm actually super stoked to wear this a lot because black works with everything. But besides the fashion tip, Gideon always kill it. I've always loved seeing them live, like whether it be at a venue or at Warped Tour or anything of that nature. I think they put on a ridiculously good show. Dan, their frontman, shouts to him. Got an awesome photo with him earlier tonight, and he just kills it. I think he's like one of those frontmen that just gets everybody really hyped, and he keeps the BS to a minimum. Like, when he's on stage, you know he wants to get everybody hyped for the next band. So definitely excited for that. I think they're coming through. Speaking with Dan, they're coming through in February. They haven't announced who they're touring with, but I'm excited to see who they are touring with, and hopefully they'll come to this area because I love Gideon. I think they are a killer band. live, and I love their records. Cold's probably one of my favorite records this year, without a doubt, from them, and probably their best record to date as well. So I would definitely check out Cold if you haven't. Check out older discography. I think it's solid. I can't rep this band enough. I think they just absolutely hit home for me lyrically and just sonically. They just have that like real grit to them, so I really appreciate that. So we're gonna move into the next band, Ocean's 8 Alaska. This was the second time, I think, or second or third time I've seen them. First time with their new vocalist, and I'm gonna have to say they're pretty lackluster. And before you hit that dislike button, I want to explain why I dislike them. Okay, excuse me. Instrumentally, they were amazing. I think their drummer Chris is probably one of the best modern drummers out there, up there with my favorites like Matt Halpern. I'm trying to think of other people, but really Matt, like the very proggy, very Matt Garska from Animals as Leaders. I know I'm only mentioning like prog bands, but whatever. But they were really killer, and just the guitar players or bass player really seemed like they fit very. Obviously, those are the kind of like key members of the band, and they had their new vocalist, and I felt like he just did okay. Maybe I want to discredit him with being bad. I just feel like maybe he was having an off night or something like that, and I might be going to see them in Asbury, so maybe I can give you a follow-up to that. But he just didn't have that power to him. Like, there wasn't enough voice behind what he was doing. It just felt very, I wouldn't say forced, because that's not even the right word. It just felt very like lackluster, which is why I get back to the same word that I used to describe them. It just felt very bland. It wasn't like I'm sure he was putting a lot of emotion to it. I'm sure he put a lot of heart into it, but it just didn't show in the way that it was being portrayed on the record and just in live. I felt like it was just kind of It was just kind of meh, and I'm not saying that they are a bad band, and I'm not saying that you shouldn't go see them. I think you should go see them. If anything, the talent should just blow you out of the water, but vocally, I feel like they could definitely work on it. I would have one suggestion about their band doing live stuff. I feel like their two guitar players do a higher register scream better than their vocalist does. So maybe the guitar player should have a little bit more vocal parts, like whether it be screaming, to add sort of maybe a fullness to their frontman. I felt like that might help out a lot in terms of how their sound goes about and how they sound and things of that nature moving forward. But other than that, sonically, they were killer. I think they sounded very close, if not spot on, to the record, Hikari and Lost Isles. So definitely would recommend seeing them if you haven't already. Again, I feel like with the vocal sort of tweaks, if they do that, I feel like they could definitely be one of the top contenders for probably one of the better live bands out there. So we're going to move into the last band, a band I've been waiting to talk about, Wage War. They were absolutely killer. I think I've seen them probably three times, maybe 4 times now, and they just kill it. I think that they just have this sort of rawness about them, but also they're very polished and just being kind of like a, I guess, newer band. They just have that polish and that sort of great charisma that comes along with what they do, and it definitely shows. You can see in the live shows, like, they're just wild. Like tonight, the pit was insane. So I definitely feel like they put on a really good show, pretty close to flawless in terms of how it sounds on the record and how they sound personally live. I really don't think I've seen them better than I did see them tonight. So I would highly recommend checking out this tour. I think all of the bands kill it, and they have really interesting sounds. I feel like if you like Wage War, then you like Gideon's, you like Varials. If you like Ocean's 8 Alaska, you probably like Loathe, because they're kind of very eclectic in terms of their sonic styling. But nonetheless, the tour just in general is really great. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed hanging out with Moral Support as well. Go check out their band. they are releasing an EP on Friday, and I did a review of that. So definitely go check that out if you can. I'm working on the top 10s for the end of the year. I'm working on some other stuff, some other show reviews. I'm going to be posting a bunch of live video out really soon of the Fit for a King tour, as well as the rest of the Knuckle Puck tour. And I also have to post In Your Memory and Funeral Portrait. They're 2 sets as well, and I probably have a few others. Moral Support Set, Home Seeker. I'll post all those hopefully by the end of the year, and just a bunch of other stuff that I'm really excited for you guys to check out coming in 2018, which is not too far away, which is crazy. So thank you guys for watching this show review. I know it's probably a little bit longer than expected, but really wanted to kind of dissect each band and give you my opinions on it, and I definitely feel like it's a tour you should go out and go see if it hits your area. And if it does hit your area, let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on it. If you either went to it or you're excited to go to it, it would be greatly appreciated. And I hope to get you maybe some live video if I go to the Asbury show. If you want me to do that, let me know in the comments as well. I'll probably be posting a little post about it if people want to see that on the channel as well. So my name is Brandon. We hope you got your fix, and we'll be talking with you soon, guys. Peace. Hey guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Of course, if you enjoy what we do, make sure to go check out the other series we do. We do album reviews, we do band interviews, and we do live videos, so definitely go check that out. Hit that subscribe button. It really helps out our channel, helps us grow. Make sure to hit that like button as well. Go follow us on social media. That's all down below. We try to keep that as updated as possible. We also made a new website where we'll be posting photos of upcoming concerts and stuff like that, which you can go check out at audioaddictionmedia.com, and come get your fix with us, guys. Talk to you later. Deuces.